Have you ever wondered what separates the rich from those living paycheck to paycheck? It's not always about how much money you make. It's often about how you manage the money you have. And if there's one tool that can make or break your financial future, it's your credit card. Most people think credit cards are just for buying stuff, clothes, gadgets, the occasional meal out. But for the rich, credit cards are way more than just a way to make purchases. They're a powerful financial tool that can work for you if you use them right. The problem is, if you don't know how to properly manage your cards, they can trap you in high-interest debt and create a cycle that's tough to escape. So how do the rich use credit cards differently? How do they leverage them to build wealth, boost their credit scores, and even travel the world for free, while others are stuck paying interest month after month? In today's video, we'll break down the key differences between how wealthy individuals and those struggling financially use their credit cards. By the end, you'll know how to shift your habits and make your credit card work for you, instead of letting it control you. Credit cards, a double-edged sword. Credit cards are like a double-edged sword. They can be a helpful tool for building credit and managing cash flow, or they can lead to massive debt if not handled properly. For many, credit cards are a lifeline, allowing us to pay for emergencies, make big purchases, or simply smooth out the bumps in our monthly budget. But here's the thing. Credit cards are not free money. In fact, statistics show that the average American has over $5,000 in credit card debt. And the real kicker? The average interest rate on credit cards is around 16%. That means every time you carry a balance from month to month, you're paying extra for what you bought. If you're only making the minimum payments, you could end up paying back more than double what you initially charged, and it could take years to pay off. On the flip side, when used correctly, credit cards can help you build a strong credit score, earn rewards, and even access perks like travel benefits and cashback offers. But how you use them makes all the difference. The rich understand this. They don't use credit cards as a way to finance their lifestyle. Instead, they use them as a financial tool, taking advantage of rewards, low interest rates, and building their credit history, all while making sure they avoid debt at all costs. Rich people's approach to credit cards. So how do the rich use credit cards differently from everyone else? For starters, they don't view credit cards as a way to finance their lifestyle. Instead, they use them as a tool to build credit, earn rewards, and gain access to exclusive perks. Let's talk about credit card rewards for a second. You've probably seen those cashback offers or travel points advertised on your card. For the wealthy, these are not just a nice bonus. They're part of a bigger strategy. By using credit cards for regular expenses like groceries, gas, and even bills, they can rack up rewards that offset costs and add value to their lives. But here's the kicker. They pay off their balance in full every month. This means they're never paying interest on their purchases, and they're taking full advantage of all those perks without the downside. It's not just about rewards, though. Using credit cards responsibly helps them build a strong credit score, which in turn gives them access to lower interest rates on loans, better credit card offers, and more financial opportunities. For the rich, having a strong credit score isn't just about borrowing money. It's about unlocking better opportunities in life, whether it's buying a house, getting a car loan, or even securing better insurance rates. One great example of this is the way many wealthy individuals use premium credit cards, like the American Express Platinum. With its travel benefits, concierge service, and luxury perks, it's not just a card, it's an investment in their lifestyle. The takeaway? If you want to use credit cards like the rich, start by using them strategically. Focus on earning rewards, building your credit, and using your cards as a tool for financial growth, not just a way to spend. The broke people's approach to credit cards. Now let's shift gears and talk about the other side. The people who struggle financially and often use credit cards in ways that hurt them in the long run. For many individuals, credit cards are a way to cover expenses when they don't have enough cash on hand. This may seem convenient at first, but it's a slippery slope. The problem is that once you start relying on credit cards to pay for things you can't afford, it's easy to get stuck in a cycle of debt. Credit cards come with high interest rates, around 16% on average. So, when you carry a balance, you're not just paying for what you bought, you're paying interest on top of it. And if you're only making minimum payments, it can take years to pay off that debt, often with more money going to interest than to the principal. This is a trap that many people fall into. They may start with small purchases like clothes or dining out, but over time, those balances add up. The minimum payment keeps them afloat, but it doesn't make a dent in the actual debt. And as the interest piles up, it becomes harder and harder to escape. The other issue is that many people use credit cards as a way to keep up with the lifestyle they think they should have, rather than living within their means. Instead of saving up for big purchases, they charge them to a card, hoping to pay it off later. But that later never seems to come. This leads to a constant struggle with debt and a growing sense of financial insecurity. So, what can you do to avoid falling into this trap? The first step is to stop using your credit card as a substitute for savings. Start budgeting and saving for things instead of relying on credit. And if you do carry a balance, make a plan to pay it off as quickly as possible. The faster you pay off that debt, the less you'll pay in interest, and the closer you'll be to financial freedom. To sum it up, the difference between how the rich and the broke use credit cards is night and day. The rich view credit cards as tools to build their credit, earn rewards, and unlock better financial opportunities. They use them strategically, paying off balances in full each month, reaping the rewards, and making sure they avoid the trap of debt. On the other hand, many people who struggle financially fall into the trap of using credit cards to cover their daily expenses, leading to high-interest debt that keeps them stuck in a cycle of financial stress. The key takeaway here is that your credit card habits can have a huge impact on your financial future. Whether you're building wealth or stuck in debt, the way you use your credit cards matters. So, if you're ready to take control of your financial life, start by changing how you use your credit cards. Pay off your balance in full, take advantage of rewards, and avoid high-interest debt. And most importantly, use your credit cards as tools to build your credit and your wealth, just like the rich do. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Raveling Money, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our tips to help you manage and grow your money. Also, drop a comment below with your thoughts. How do you use your credit cards, and have you ever thought about how the wealthy use them? Let's keep the conversation going.